In the fading heart of an ancient forest, where sunlight filtered through a thinning canopy, a lone wildlife photographer named Elian tread softly. The rhythm of chainsaws in the distance was a cruel drumbeat, reminding him that time was running out, for the forest, for its creatures, for memories not yet captured. Elian had returned to this forest for the 5th time in 2 years. Once, it had been a haven of songbirds and whispered breezes. Now, it was a wounded giant, bleeding tree by tree. He had a mission: to document the last days of a wilderness vanishing under machines and silence, but he hadn't expected to find him. Near the edge of the cleared zone, where dead stumps met the trembling green, stood a massive elephant. Ancient in presence, dust-covered, with eyes like wells of time. One tusk broken, the other yellowed with age, the creature was still, watching. Elian froze, his camera lowered. There was no fear, only awe. The elephant didn't move, only blinked slowly, as if recognizing something long forgotten. Elian took a tentative step, then another, until he was within range. The shutter clicked. For days, the two returned to the same clearing. Elian, with patience and reverence. The elephant, with quiet dignity. They shared no words, only breath and presence. When Elian sat, the elephant stood. When Elian rose, the elephant turned. They moved like shadows in the same rhythm of fading life. He named him Kalembe, the word for echo in the old language, because that's what he felt the elephant was, a deep, thunderous echo of a forest that once roared. On the 8th morning, the chainsaws were closer, the ground trembled, and for the first time, Kalembe did not come. Elian waited. An hour, 2. Then he followed the cracked paths through felled trunks and broken vines. His heart sank with every step. At the base of a dying baobab, he found him. Kalembe was lying on his side, breathing slow and shallow. His great body heaved like the earth in sleep. Dust settled over his wrinkled skin. Elian knelt, not as a photographer, but as a friend. He did not take a picture. Instead, he whispered, softly, in disbelief, in grief, in gratitude. He reached out, resting a hand on Kalembe's head. The elephant's eye opened, clouded but aware. For a moment, the two souls met, tethered by something older than words. Then Kalembe let out a low, trembling breath and closed his eye once more. When the elephant's final breath left his body, it carried something with it. A memory, a promise, a farewell to the trees. Elian sat there until dusk. He buried his camera in the soft earth beside Kalembe's body, leaving the machine where the soul had passed. Some stories, he thought, are not meant to be told in pictures. He returned to the edge of the forest weeks later. The machines had moved on. The land lay flat, stripped of memory. But on the cracked earth, wild grass had begun to grow. And one evening, as the wind whispered through the remaining trees, Elian saw a calf, young, cautious, but bold. It stepped out into the clearing where Kalembe once stood, its eyes reflecting the same quiet strength. Elian did not raise his camera. He smiled. Thank you for watching and listening to this story. If something in it touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to help us spread more meaningful moments between people and nature.